Good evening, basketball fans. Tonight, we take you deep into the heart of the Bay Area, where a young warrior has risen from the shadows, silenced his critics, and found his voice on one of the NBA's most electric teams. This is not just a story about basketball, it's a story about resilience, belief, and the power of proving people wrong. Let's rewind the clock. The start of the 2024-25 NBA season was anything but kind to 22-year-old Brandon Podziemski, or as fans now affectionately call him, Pods. When the season tipped off, Pods wasn't just overlooked, he was doubted. Social media buzzed with criticism. Analysts questioned his draft status. Warriors fans, known for their passion and high expectations, didn't hold back. Too slow. Can't shoot. Not NBA ready. That's what they said. But Brandon? He didn't flinch. He didn't fold. He didn't lash out. He worked. He showed up early. Stayed late. Watched film. Took every rep seriously. Quietly, patiently, he planted the seeds for something no one saw coming, his rise. Now fast forward to April 2025, and the narrative around Pods has done a complete 180. Tonight, as the Golden State Warriors close out a hard-fought win over the Denver Nuggets, Pods drops 21 points, grabs 7 rebounds, and dishes out 5 assists. And he does it with the poise of a 10-year vet. The kid who was once an afterthought is now a staple in the rotation, and on some nights, the second-best player on the court. How did this transformation happen? Let's break it down. It started with confidence. The early season jitters, the hesitation, they're gone. Now, Pods plays like he belongs. Like he's been here all along. His scoring? Remarkable. Since the All-Star break, Pods has been consistently torching defenses for 15 to 25 points per night. And it's not just the volume, it's how he's getting his buckets. Take his shooting. Once criticized as streaky, it's now elite. Pods is hitting 41% from beyond the arc on over 6 attempts a game. That's not just good, that's top tier in today's NBA. Last week against the Timberwolves, 24 points, including 6 threes, one after another, like clockwork. The fans at Chase Center couldn't stop chanting his name. Pods. Pods. But it's not just three-point bombs. Pods has diversified his game. Mid-range? Check. He's got a smooth pull-up jumper that keeps defenders guessing. Dribble drives? He's slicing through lanes, drawing contact, finishing with finesse. He's even developed a soft floater, perfect for those in-between moments. And when the double teams come, he passes, smartly, instinctively, beautifully. It's not flashy. It's sharp. Pods knows where the defense is leaning, and he reads it like a seasoned vet. In last night's matchup against the Pelicans, he recorded 6 assists, including a behind-the-back dish to Jonathan Kuminga that brought the crowd to their feet. His basketball IQ? Off the charts. And if you think he's just an offensive guy, think again. Pods may not be a lockdown defender like Kawhi Leonard or Drew Holiday, but he is impactful. He fights through screens, takes charges, and makes smart switches. He uses his 6 feet 3 inches frame and strong core to stand his ground, even against bigger forwards. And rebounding? He's been relentless. Just 2 nights ago, in a tight contest versus the Clippers, Pods hauled in 9 rebounds, including 3 offensive boards that led directly to second-chance points. How does a guard do that? Hustle. Grit. Timing. Desire. But no Warrior succeeds alone. Enter Jimmy Butler. Yes, the blockbuster mid-season trade shocked the league. Many wondered how Jimmy Buckets would fit into a team already full of guards, wings, and veterans. But Jimmy didn't come to steal the spotlight, he came to elevate. And Pods? He welcomed it. Since Butler's arrival, Pods' game has reached another level. Having a seasoned, defensive-minded, playmaking wing beside him has taken pressure off his shoulders. Jimmy sets the tone, draws defensive attention, and, most importantly, trusts Pods. They call each other the Grinders, says Coach Steve Kerr. Pods is like a sponge around Jimmy. He watches how he works, how he competes, how he leads. That mentorship has paid off. In a recent road trip through the East Coast, Pods averaged 19.6 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 4.7 assists over 5 games. The Warriors went 4-1. Pods and Jimmy? They looked like they'd been playing together for years. And perhaps what's most impressive, Pods doesn't force it. He doesn't chase stats. He plays within the system. He plays Warriors basketball. Unselfish. Quick decision-making. Movement. Energy. Even Draymond Green, never shy with his opinions, had this to say. I trust Pods. You don't say that lightly in this league. The guy just gets it. The chemistry with Kuminga is growing. The minutes with Steph are increasing. And every time Pods touches the court, the team plays faster, smarter, better. But don't take our word for it, look at the results. Since February, Golden State has surged. They've climbed back into playoff contention, fueled by depth, veteran poise, and, yes, the emergence of Brandon Podziemski. When Steph Curry sat out with a minor ankle tweak last month, it was Pods who stepped up. In a thriller against the Suns, he dropped 23 points, dished out 7 assists, and hit the game-sealing 3 from the left wing with under a minute to play. Cold-blooded. That night, even Kevin Durant walked over post-game and offered a pat on the back. You could see it, respect. And the fans? They've embraced the underdog story. Jerseys flying off shelves. Pods posters going up in dorm rooms. TikToks, highlight reels, tribute videos, all for the kid who wasn't supposed to make it. And still, he's just getting started. He's 22. Only in his second season. But make no mistake, he's already playing like a playoff starter. A difference maker. A guy who can swing a series. The Warriors know it. The league is noticing. And Pods? He's staying humble. Just trying to help my team win, he said after a recent victory. I've been blessed with an opportunity, and I'm doing everything I can not to waste it. That mindset, the grit, the gratitude, the grind, that is what makes his journey special. Brandon Podziemski could have folded. When the boos came, he could have given in. When the internet clowned him, he could have snapped back. When the minutes were scarce, he could have sulked. But he didn't. He bet on himself. He trusted the work. And now, he's helping lead one of the most iconic franchises in basketball back toward another playoff run, not as a passenger, but as a driver. Tonight, as the lights dim at Chase Center and the crowd chants, "Let's go Warriors," remember this. Every season writes a new chapter. Every team finds its spark. And this year, that spark has a name. Brandon Podziemski. Pods, the rising warrior. This has been your courtside story, live from the heart of Golden State. I'm your host, signing off, but as always, keep your eyes on the hardwood. Because this league, it never stops writing magic. And sometimes, the most unforgettable stories come from the ones no one saw coming. And here's the key takeaway from the channel: delve into financial education to enhance your quality of life. Within the financial market, explore bonds and shares, particularly focusing on real estate investment trusts, which offer the potential for passive income. Engage with this responsibly and consider reputable investment brokerages worldwide.